Hello and welcome to SirSmuggler's Let's Play episode 38 of season 2. And as promised, I'm going to continue with some applied energistics. And yeah, let's just get right into it. There's this nifty thing I haven't showed you actually, that things that don't normally stack will stack just fine in these storage cells. So nice. And I have a lot of enchanted books. Well, not in here right now, but back at the village I have a lot of them. Since the bees provide me with free experience, so to speak, I have been enchanting books like crazy, and it's really hard to find the books you're looking for. But I think using this kind of storage will help a lot. But more about that later. First I want to craft up a ME controller, because applied energistics is like a network kind of thing. It kind of works like logistics pipes. Not exactly, of course, but a little bit. So you need one of these to control everything in the network. And yeah, let's start with this. So you need this advanced processor, and that's made like so in the assembly table. You can make them without the assembly table as well. It requires one more redstone and then some durability on this tool that you can craft with quartz crystals. So it's a lot easier to make it that way, I'd say. Since the assembly table recipe requires quite a bit of energy. 100,000 Minecraft joules, so that's a lot. Anyway, I prepared a few of those. Now, luckily you only need one controller in each network. In fact, you should not ever have more than one, because that will confuse the network. And yeah, of course, glass, what am I thinking? Quartz crystals. And yeah, there we go, finally. So let's see. Yeah, we actually can't do much with just this guy, but I'll try it anyway. I prepared a room downstairs here where I want to have my applied energistics stuff. So I'm gonna place my controller right out here. And by itself this one doesn't do really anything. So let's place down some power for him. And let's see, so this one uses its own kind of energy units, and I don't quite remember the conversion rate between Minecraft joules and this energy, but since we are producing a lot of energy, that's not a problem right now. So this one will always tell you what stuff is connected to the network and how much energy it's using. And right now it's just the controller. So let's see. Let's actually move down the chest we have upstairs down here. I'm going to rearrange things around here a bit later. I am actually not quite sure how I want to do things here, but let's bring this guy as well. Because, well, with applied energistics you could basically make away with all of these chests and just have one access terminal, but I kind of like this sorting system. The red power thingy. I love seeing the items flowing around in pipes here, tubes, whatever. So we'll see how much we actually do, but at least I should show you how it works. So if I were to place the chest down right there, for instance, and put that guy in, You see it's getting power from the controller directly, so we don't need a separate power supply. And now it tells me that I have one chest connected to the network, and the energy usage bumped up from 6 to 9 units. And there's cables you can use, ME cables, to connect the different stuff like the chest here to the controller. So you don't need to have them right next to each other, and they will provide both power and well, data transfer between the controller and any devices. So let's see, what do I want to craft next? Well, currently I've got 2 of these storage cells, one full of marble and one with some random junk. And I could craft another chest if I want to have access to both of them, but let's see. Well, actually let's craft the access terminal first, that makes more sense. So in order to access things in your network, you can craft a access terminal. So that's made with some cables. We're gonna need to make that redstone and this quartz fiber, that's dust and glass. Let's start off with that. Gives us some cables. Let's make a bit of that. And yeah, redstone, right? Yes. Like so. And one of these conversion matrices, and I did a plan for that actually. Thank you. So we got glass, iron, matrix and cable. Cable, matrix, glass and iron. Access terminal. So with this guy you can see, let's bring the cable just to show how it works. You probably know all this already, but just in case there's someone who doesn't. So I could let's just do it like this, just to show how it works. So I can connect any device to anywhere in the network with this cable. And if I click here, you see I get access to everything in that chest over there. And I can't seem to be able to close this interface here. Okay, so apparently I have to hit escape to exit this interface. Anyway, with the access terminal you can access anything connected to your network anywhere. So, and this is searchable, so if I want obsidian, I can just search for it. Not that it's hard to find when I only have this, but once we have a lot more it would be another matter. So that's neat. So basically you could store everything in these cells and just have access terminals wherever you want access to your items. And that would make my entire setup up there with all the chests kind of, well, outdated. But I think I'm gonna keep it like that and just have an access terminal as well for everything that's not stored in those chests. So things that I simply haven't sorted yet, and any overflow from those chests once they're full. So that's how I imagine I will use this Energistics thingy. And obviously I'm not going to have this laid out just like this, but just for now to show you how it works. So if I want to have, as I said, I have two of these storage cells, and of course I want to have both of them available to the network. But if I don't want to craft another chest, there's another option, and that is the ME drive. So ME drive, so that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, I prepared a bunch of this stuff as well. I kind of had a feeling I would need it. And it takes quite a while to make them in the assembly table, so ME drive. Let's try this one out. So let's see, I could actually, let's remove this chest for now and instead put down the drive. And if we open this one, there's some inventory slots here, and they will only accept, I assume, yeah, only accept these storage cells. So I can put those in there, and I can't actually access the items like I did with the chest. They're kind of stuck there, but they are available to the network. And that light turning red there is because this one is full and cannot store any more items. That's a nice visual indicator of what you actually have in there. And if I go to my access terminal, you can see I have access to everything that's in that drive, including all the extra marble that was on one of those cells. So you can imagine you can store quite a lot of items in this drive here, especially if you go with the bigger storage cells. So right now I got one of the smallest and one of the next step up from that. So, and they're not nearly full, but say I got like 10k of marble and yeah, a lot of stuff. And that's just a fraction of what you can store in one block. So that's pretty amazing. And if we look at the power usage right now, we're up to, yeah, you can see it lists everything connected to the network, including the cables. So right now we're up to 10 units. Let's just go and check. Yeah, that's looking good. Let's check the main power supply. And for some reason I have really abysmal frame rate in here. I'm down to like 10 to 12 frames per second when I'm in this room. But as soon as I step out here, it immediately goes up to like 20. And if I go outside, it's like 30, between 30 and 60 normally. Yes, we're doing really good on power, not a problem there. You can see it's draining a little, and that starts up the engines and it immediately fills up. So no problem really on the power supply. Okay, so let's see. I think I want to have a standard chest set up here as the overflow chest, just like we had before, and then I'm gonna have something called an import bus that will take anything in that chest and put it into the Applied Energistics network. So let's see. Import bus. So we got sticky piston, cable, some iron, and something called an ME interface. Well, let's start off with a piston. I need some wood. I put some wood in here. So piston, make it sticky. Then what? We need this interface thing, so another conversion matrix. And some cable, glass and iron, yeah. Where did you go? There. And some cable, glass and iron. Interface. More iron or piston and a piece of cable. I'm gonna need some more cable. Import bus. And yeah, so I don't need this power line here anymore, though instead of that I'm gonna need these kinds of cables instead. So let me prepare this a bit and I'll be back. Okay, so I have routed this cable down to the controller, and we could then put our import bus right here and our chest right there. And a regular chest will do just fine, because, well, here you can set filters if you wanted to import only specific items. So, for instance, I could say that you're only allowed to import marble. So if I were to put in cobblestone, nothing should happen. If, however, I put in marble bricks, it will immediately start pulling them out and send them into the network. And they'll be stored on that drive on those storage cells. And also you can switch modes here from one item at a time to stacks at a time. And there's also a redstone control, so you can tell it to only import when it has a redstone signal, or like pulse mode, so it imports one item or stack each time it receives a pulse, but will not continue to draw as long as it has a signal. And yeah, so a lot of control stuff there. But right now I want it to just import everything that happens to land in that chest. And I'm making a mess here, but that's okay. And yeah, what else? Well, of course I want to have an access terminal up here, so I can access anything on the network. But I'm thinking actually I'm going to upgrade that access terminal to something called a crafting terminal instead. So if I were to pick up you, let's just see, yeah, our marble brick ended up in there. And it's stored, well, this one was full, so obviously it couldn't be stored there, so it's on this one. But I'm not exactly sure actually how it distributes items if you have room in multiple storage cells. So let's see, now we got an import bus and we're up to 12 energy units. It can get, if you have a big network with a lot of stuff in it, it can get quite power hungry. Let's take those things out and fix up this hole in the wall. And yeah, it's a really powerful system, and what I kind of miss with this is once you have a really neat network and you can have like auto crafting, and I'll get into that as well. What you don't have is like if you set up something with logistics pipe or red power stuff, you can see items running around in pipes and tubes, and it's like, I really like that stuff. It looks really cool to me. With this system you don't really see that. It's just it's a instant transfer of items, and yeah, you can't really see anything happening. It just works. So might not suit everyone, depends on what you like, of course, but I really like the principles of it, so I'm gonna use some of it, but I'm not gonna go crazy. Like I said, I'm gonna keep my chests up here and have the main storage sorting system intact as it is, and just well, everything that's not sorted in any of these chests and everything that's overflow once the chests are full, that's going to go into the network, and also some auto crafting stuff. But where was I? Yes, of course, I wanted to pick up my access terminal and do a little upgrade on it. So you are coming with me. I will make a crafting terminal. Crafting terminal, so that's an access terminal, and we just picked that one up. Storage cell and crafting table. Okay, I do have a plan for a storage cell, thank you. And a crafting bench, not a problem. It's getting cramped in this lovely red power project table. Let's see, so the terminal, workbench, iron and glass. And I already forgot where that one went. Okay. Something like that. Close, but not quite. There we got a crafting terminal, so let's see what we can do with this guy. Let's just put him on the network and let's see. So now we got this nice little crafting bench here. And if I were to pick out something there and I can craft, and it will draw items from the network and keep my recipe in here. So this is really neat. It's kind of like the project table on steroids. And if I right shift click items, they're just going to go back into the network. Quite awesome. So I want to take this one and put it upstairs and hook it up to this cable so I can use it. You're coming with me. So I'm thinking I will have that instead of this old crafting bench. So yeah, access terminal. And of course, when it's not connected to any network, you can't really do anything because it needs its controller. So let's hook that up. And cable. And now we should be able to use it. And I really need, yeah, excellent. I might actually want one of these downstairs as well. And the beauty of it is, of course, you can have access terminal, crafting terminals littered about your base. As long as they're connected with cables, everything on the network is available. And seems someone is knocking on the door. Who can it be? Hello, sir. Yeah. So let's see, where was I? Yes. I think maybe I should get into some of the auto crafting stuff. Why not? It's yeah. I'll prepare that a bit and I'll be back. Actually, it looks like time's up for this episode, so that auto crafting will have to wait for next episode. Anyway, I just wanted to update you on the quarry. The quarry has run its course and is, well, done. So I think maybe I should set up a new one, but there's really no hurry because I got plenty of resources at the moment. Yeah. Especially iron. I mean, I got a lot of iron. And we're doing okay on diamonds and stuff as well, so there's really no hurry to get it going. It's just that I kind of like having a quarry. It's always interesting to see stuff flowing in through the pipes here. I love that part. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you want to come back and see me again. And until next time, bye bye.